Hey guys, we're back. This is the post-show Q&A. We got Heather and Ronnie here still. Miles is running out to take a smoke, but he'll probably be back in before we finish up. Let us know if you got any questions. Yes, Dream Punch, I am not Reese. Hey guys, maybe I watched the wrong times. So when am I gonna get to play? But it's better if you don't know. I don't know when. Oh God, I don't know who you are. I'm sorry.
You can play at home. The Dungeons and Dragons board game is available at toy stores near you, right? Or on Amazon.
Yes, on Amazon or your local book retailer.
Yeah.
That's what they're called, right? Book retailers?
Yeah, book retailer.
That's the technical term. Let's see here. The people are begging for Will Reese to be on camera. He refuses, guys. I would love it too, but he doesn't want to do it. But if you keep bothering him, who is Jash? Jash is a production company. It was started by Sarah Silverman. Oh God, I'm gonna blank on all the names. It's Sarah Silverman, Tim and Eric, Reggie Watts, and
Michael Cera.
Michael Cera. Yes, I always forget. Hey, it's Will.
Hey.
There you go. You
Will
got
Reese
your
on
wish.
camera.
Yeah. Great.
Now get the fuck out of here. Let's see. There's a list of people I want to play with improv-wise, and this show has had several of them. Oh, that's cool. Kyle Crusoe says there's been a list of people he would love to improvise with, and several of them have been on the show. Let's see. For the players, what was your first reaction to let's play D&D on the internet?
I love D&D so much. Like, I wish I could do this every day. If this was like a minimum wage job, I would just do this every day.
I think last time you were on, when you walked in the door, you were like, "This is the greatest day of my life."
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, I didn't know anything about it, but this actually turned out to be really fun. I don't necessarily know if it's how it would be. I think Clay's very good dungeon master, so like everything he came up with made everything fun and then oh yeah, that's believable. He was like fair, and then also being like, oh, and then also with all the other stuff. So I think that's cool. Maybe I would say like at some point in the future I would try to find time to maybe try this again or something. Maybe not necessarily in this atmosphere, but to see how it would feel.
Yeah, that's awesome. Let's see. Prismatic, in answer to when we were saying who Jash was, said, OMG, that Jash! Someone said, do this again. I have no idea when I did this, but there's this GIF. God, can I even...
Was it that? No, that was the magic spell.
Was that the face I was making?
That was the face you did for the magic spell.
Oh, it was probably I was doing the old woman casting?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's what I think of old people. Oh, God. Great. What other D&D streams do you enjoy watching? Dream Punch asks that. Well, certainly Dream Punch's stream. No, thank you so much, Dream Punch. They told me during one of the breaks, I think the last break, that you hosted this. So thank you so much. I will absolutely check out yours. I like Critical Role. That's kind of like the biggest D&D streaming thing. But I also haven't watched a ton of them a lot because I kind of like, for me personally, once I've been doing the show and when we started planning it, there's a part of me that was like, I feel like I don't want to watch too much of other streamers, so I don't like feel like I'm, cribbing ideas for them or stuff like that. But there's so many great internet streams out there that it's awesome.
Saving Throw, who our friend Amy Vorpal is on.
Oh yeah,
She's
Saving
on
Throw is great.
I keep trying to get her on this show, but she's always busy, so tweet at her telling her you want to see her on the show.
Yeah, please do. Tweet at Amy Vorpal and annoy her into joining us.
Please.
Clay, you think you'd ever want to / be able to do a session on the other side of the table, have one of the guests DM instead of play, or just make Reese do it?
I have plans to make Clay be a guest someday.
Yay!
Maybe on some kind of special show. Like, I really want to have
This is the first I've heard about this.
I think I mentioned this months ago. I want to do a Star Wars RPG episode.
Oh, with the Star Wars RPG
And I know
system.
someone who knows that system really well, so
Interesting. Yeah, I would do
I
that.
want to be on that.
Yeah, I mean, sure.
This is-
Anytime, man.
Sweet.
This is for Heather. How would you pronounce, I guess I'll pronounce it how I would. How would you pronounce at the crumpeter incorrectly?
At the crumpeter? At the crumpeteer? Like that?
It's how would you pronounce that incorrectly?
The crumpeter.
Great. Great. Who do you love more, your loving viewers or Reese? I mean, the viewers, obviously.
That's fine. I accept that.
Any chance of grabbing a guest from Critical Role? We'd love to. That'd be awesome.
Oh, I think Miles can't get back in.
Chris, do you mind?
Here, I'll step up from else. Oh, it's not him? Oh, okay.
At Clay, good job, man. Good voices. Thank you. All, would you enjoy more Twitch chat involvement? Yeah, I want so much Twitch chat. I think it's super fun when the people in the chat participate.
I wish we could see the chat. Like
Yeah,
on
we're still, like-
on an iPad Lux or whatever they're called.
iPad Lux. Yeah, I mean, like, you know, there's always, like, as you're starting a show, like, we've been doing it for a few months, but, like, tech-wise, we're still figuring stuff out. Yeah, it would be awesome to find a way so that we could see more
Just
of the
asking
chat
us weird
stuff.
questions.
Yeah, I think the chat's fun, though. If I would also say this to chat, if any of you think of ways, like, because we do the voting thing during the show, if you think of ways that you think it would be fun to interact, like, with that sort of voting thing, send it to our email. It's just aristocrits@gmail.com. I would absolutely take suggestions on that. Let's see. I thought we had a question specifically for Miles. We do. The user, but it's beater if you don't. This is for Miles. Do you love me? I don't know if that's someone you know or
I don't know who that is.
Beter. No one with a last name like that.
Beter, but it's Beater.
But it's beater if you don't. I don't know.
I have no idea who that is.
Well, I assume he doesn't love you then. Sorry.
No, I don't. Whoever that is, because you know what? It's not my wife and it's not my kid, so no.
Ronnie, someone asked, why Gwiplar 3000?
Guaplar 3000. Because I'm a human sorcerer, and that just felt like guapo like money, and 3000 just because I like that number.
Nice.
Good number.
How much gold did you wind up with?
I got 10 and then 15 from the register, so I ended up with 25 gold.
Jesus. I have 0.
25 gold and an expensive chain from
But I have the deed to the strip club in my possession.
That is true.
I thought that was signed over to all of us.
It is, but I've got the deed.
Yeah, she has the deed. It was in all of
right.
your names. I love the fact that happened. Kyle Crusoe asked, I don't know who this is to. Is Jeff Davis really as handsome as everyone says he is?
He absolutely is. That was to me.
Okay.
He's a real cutie.
Great.
Great.
The crumpeteer, I don't know how to say it either, asked me, the crumpeteer, asked, how'd you feel about running a Roll20 game once a week? For me, I probably don't have time, I'm sorry. But a Knife says, 25 gold is big pimpin'.
3000. You don't get that name. You don't get that name by being somebody with small
you
money.
stole our money. After I, in the goodness of my heart, signed over a deed that I found to all of us.
For that fight, for only 10 gold a piece, that was a rip-off, no matter what.
I was so tempted to try and take you out when you were low on health.
For everybody, this is interesting. Pooj33 asks, is this your first time meeting each other? Which I don't think it is for anybody.
Oh, no, we all know each other.
Yeah.
I think this might be the first time you and I have met, Miles. I've seen you around, and like I've been around UCB, and we maybe have briefly met in passing the past. I did a cage match once when you guys were with against you guys, but I think this is the first time we've met in like a very like a longer than very brief.
It's a very long meeting.
Yes. But yeah, a lot of people on the show tend to know each other because we pull from the LA comedy scene a lot. For all the players, how does D&D compare to acting or improv? Do the numbers get in the way?
Oh no, the numbers are what make it better than improv. Like, I wish that there was a way in improv that when you were fighting somebody or convincing somebody of something in a show, that there was like a Rochambeau style element to it, because it would be so funny to be doing an improv scene where there was basically like universe rules that it would be like, hey man, why don't you give me that drink for free? Because in an improv scene, chances are you'll get the drink for free or you won't, just based on the way the scene's going. It would be so funny to be doing a scene with Miles and be like, I'm gonna get the drink for free, and you Rochambeau in the middle, and then if you lose, you don't get it, but if you win, no matter what this character has established previously, you have to get that free drink.
Here's your goddamn drink.
Yeah, I feel like the dice roll, sometimes when like there's a player, I don't think I used it with you guys, but there's in the past when it's like someone who's never done D&D, I'll sometimes explain it as like, think of it like improv, but when you dice roll, the dice determine like if you're yes-anding what you're doing, or I don't want to say no butting, but like it's like sometimes it's like the failures just give you an unusual thing.
Yeah, no, however.
Yeah, no, however.
Yeah.
I wish like it was funny. I found myself at time just like, oh, why can't I burn this place down? But I love the random, like the fact that you can't necessarily win, but at the same time, sometimes you can win unreasonable things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like when we got that axe.
Or the deed.
Yeah.
Deed.
That deed was not, like, it's also like sometimes people who haven't played don't realize, like, I write a lot of the scenarios out for these each time, and it's like outlines, but like there's always some stuff that you guys find that I had planned out, but stuff like that deed, that was completely improvised. That like that didn't exist before you guys started looking for it.
If I hadn't gotten a 20, would I have found the deed?
Maybe I was like kind of in the moment, like trying to decide, but the fact that you rolled a 20 was immediately just like, yeah, you find it.
Find the deed. But doesn't that make, like, in that world, we now own a business, so we're like permanent characters in that world.
Not to mention that the next time you have any of us on, you're gonna have to calculate how much money we've taken in daily from this thing. Which means we'll just march up to like the fanciest weapon store and always max out right before we leave.
I'm gonna be so pompous next time. So pompous, dude.
Yeah. You guys gave me a real quandary. Well, we can't have them back again. No, it's like, but stuff like that is like, I think so much of it is also just like, well, it's more fun to let you find the deed.
Yeah.
You know? That would be a huge, like, no, or like a shitty no in a scene if I was just like, no, you don't find the deed because I didn't plan it.
Right.
Fucking actors.
Yeah, this thing it's a trip because like even throughout most of it, I was just thinking like, should I stab somebody with my dagger now? No, I'll wait. And then, even then when I hit it in the back of the head with my mace, I was like, I mean, if you're gonna do it, you gotta do it at some point. And then I was like, it looks like she's trying to hurt Cranch. Like, you gotta do something.
How about you kept using your fucking weapon when not none of your spells, plus 6 spell damage.
Yeah, it's like Harry Potter running around with a hammer.
That's actually another thing I love, though, of playing with improvisers, and a lot of the time people who haven't played before, because like sometimes it's like, it's to me just more funnier, it comes funny character things where it's like someone just decides like, yeah, I know this is a spellcaster, but this guy loves using his mace, so he's gonna keep doing it. Like when Tony Charlene played, she was a very weak, like she was a rogue. She was like not strong at all, but her character kept getting angry and trying to like flip tables or like just doing strength-based things and kept failing. But it was so funny that she kept trying and failing. Let's see here. Any more questions?
After one more question, Clay?
Yeah, let me pick from what we've got left. Also, thank you for watching, guys. There's so many more questions than we usually have in these Q&As, which is awesome. For everybody.
You had 50 feet of hempen rope. We should have tied up somebody.
Oh, I have it. I had that too. We didn't use most of our.
I don't have anything. I have an axe and I'm naked.
You sold all your shit.
So real fast, someone just asked if the players change every session, yes, they do. People return, like Heather's been on twice, and other people have come back. But we try to get a wide variety. So like people cycle back in, but it's not like same person's going to be on multiple weeks in a row. Then for a question for everybody is our last one. This is interesting. Do you feel us more powerfully than, for instance, a larger but non-interactive audience? We are here, we are strong.
Huh?
I think they're asking, like, does it feel any different to have an audience that's like there having a chat? Will's occasionally telling us, like, they do the votes. He's occasionally saying the audience wants to know something. Do you feel that any differently as opposed to like when you're on stage and like the audience?
I'd rather have a small, passionate audience than a giant group of people who don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
I was unaware of audience at all doing this.
Yeah.
This just felt like I was playing somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, you feel the atmosphere that it's not just like people holed up in a house just playing amongst for themselves, which to me is like I don't necessarily know how I would feel if I were to like play it in that way. Like, will it feel as fun? I don't know.
It always feels fun.
But if it is like this, then I would assume that definitely it is fun. But it is always fun to do stuff in front of people, whoever's watching, because you know who's ever watching is like enjoying it because they have to be. Why would they be watching if they weren't?
Yeah. Very true. I would hope so. So that's it, guys. Sorry, I thought there was one more, but it was just something else. That's it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.
Bye-bye.
We still on camera?
Yeah.
I didn't know we were still on camera.